Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are here with another board game review of Isle of Skye. Now if you have not seen my one of the review videos for Carcassonne game and you are not familiar with the tile laying games, then I do recommend to watch that video as well, because this is essentially Carcassonne Plus. So if you want to start with something more simple, then Carcassonne is the way to go. But if you have already dipped your fingers in board games, hobby board games, and are familiar with tile laying games, then welcome to Isle of Skye. I think this is somewhere in Ireland. But anyway, so we are different chieftains who are trying to actually build the most best prospering village or island for our community. And how you're going to be doing that is by pulling tiles from this bag. Now this bag has a lot of these square tiles, just like Carcassonne style. And what you will be essentially doing is each player is going to start with one basic tile, which is their main castle tile of their color, and they will be starting their castle or kingdom starting from this tile itself. Now, how the chieftains have decided that how they are going to know that which village is the best is using a scoring mechanism which is going to vary from game to game, and for that these tiles are used. So you will shuffle them and place 4 of them in this game scoring board. Now what these tiles are essentially going to do is they are going to change the scoring rules from game to game, and that of course is going to add a lot of replayability because there are a lot of tiles, and you can refer to the rule book that what each of these tiles do. But essentially what it's going to tell me is that in the first round, for example, the picture in the tile is going to tell me that I'm going to get 2 victory points for each completed mountain range in my village. So I will be trying to anxiously complete these mountain ranges. Then in the second round, it's going to be, the picture depicts that I will have some kind of forts and lighthouses and farms built, and for each set of them I will get 5 victory points. And then the next tile is showing me how many boats I have in my village. The next one is showing me how many animals do I have, and I will get 1 point per farm animal that I will have in my farm. So these tiles are going to give you a variety of, at least you get an idea that how the scoring may vary from game to game. But that's not all the fun. The fun is going to be that in each of these rounds there will be rescoring as well. So in the first round, even though you are just scoring for the tile A, and in the second round you will be scoring for tile B, but when you go to third round, it's going to rescore against tile A and C, then in the next B and D, then in the next A, C and D, then in the next B, C and D. So every tile essentially is getting scored 3 times in the game. So the more farther away you are thinking, it's going to benefit you as well. So even though right now you might not be getting scores for collecting farm animals, but in the future rounds, if you have already collected even the previously placed tiles with the farm animals, you're going to get scores for them as well. And that is going to be a fascinating thing that you will see very soon. Now, how the game is essentially going to work is that it mixes bidding mechanism with tile laying mechanism. And how the bids are going to work is, so each player is going to get their own shield, and on the back side of the shield is going to be a player aid as well, which is going to tell you what you're going to do on each of your turns. So for example, it tells me that first I will get the income. How the income is generated is that you will see the coin symbol on these tiles. So the more coin symbols you have connected with a road back to your castle, then more points you're going to get. So for example, in future tiles like these are going to come, and somehow if I'm able to make their connection like this, so now it shows me a road with 1 coin is, so a trading route is connected back to my castle. So the castle, every castle is by default going to have a 5 coin on it. So everyone starts with 5 coin, but in future if I connect a road with more and more trading coins on it, the more income my village is generating or my island is generating. So let me put these tiles back in the bag because we will be going blind for this. So the first phase is generation of income. Right now I have 5 income, so I will get 5 coins, and you don't have to show how much money you have. You can keep it hidden. You are better at keeping it hidden from other players. Then the next thing is you're going to pull, or each player is going to pull 3 tiles from their bag, and without showing to other player, you're going to pick 3 tiles and place it behind your shield. So what, I will remove the shield for now so that you guys can see what's happening. So essentially what you are trying to do is you're going to see that which of these 3 tiles is going to be beneficial for you, which of this tile is going to may be beneficial for your other opponent as well, because this is kind of a I split you choose mechanism, but with a twist. So each player is also going to get a hatchet or axe, whatever, and you are going to use this to indicate one of these tiles which you want eliminated from the game. So let's say this I can see is a complete mountain range by itself. So if I place this tile right now, immediately I'm going to get the first 2 victory points for a mountain range immediately anyway. But I can also think that if I take this tile and the other player might be, because one of these tiles will go to my opponent, and similarly my opponent will be giving 1 tile to me. So if I take this tile for myself, then I might be thinking that he might be giving me a mountain and I would be able to complete a mountain range, and that's going to give me a point. So it's up to you how you want to think about it. But once you have decided which is more beneficial for you and which you want to give to your opponent, then the last tile which you don't want, you want to eliminate, you're going to put a hatchet in front of it. That this tile I want eliminated from the game. Now on the remaining 2 tiles, you are going to bid from your 5 coins. Let me take smaller denominators for this. So I will have these 5 coins. I will be bidding that what's the market value of these tiles going to be. So for example, I want to retain this. I don't want this tile to go to him, because he does have a chance that from the auction he can pick this up by paying the price. So I might be putting a high price on this tile by putting 3, and on this one I'm putting 1. So it's my choice. I set the market value of the tiles, and I want to make some tile more lucrative for someone, or maybe I want to earn. I really know that he is going to need this tile. Why? Because it does have a fort, it does have a lighthouse. So in the next round he's already 1 step up. This tile is very lucrative for the future rounds as well. So that's what you're going to be thinking, that how this not only plays for me right now, but how it is going to be beneficial for my future as well. So maybe I'm taking a risk that if he doesn't take it, it's beneficial for me. But if he does take it, he will have to pay 3 coins and not myself. And once you have completed this in hiding, the other player doesn't know what prices you have set, then both the players are going to be doing the same. So he will be setting up 3 tiles as well. Both the players are going to reveal at the same time that what have they set up. And now comes this bidding phase, that starting with the starting player, he will be looking at the things that the other player has put on offer and deciding what does he want to buy. And if he wants to pass, he can pass as well, but he's going to decide what do I need from there. So every player has put hatchet on one of these tiles, so these tiles get eliminated from the game and will no longer be open for bidding. So only 2 tiles are remaining for bidding. And now I'll be seeing over there that what do I need. Maybe I'm thinking I need a lighthouse and this one is going to give me benefit. So, and the other player has put a 1 coin price on it. So I decide that yes, I'm willing to pay him 1 coin to buy that tile. But what's going to happen is that since I bought this tile, so the 1 coin he had put as a market value is going to go back to him. So I paid this price and that coin goes back to the player. So he saved his income. But whatever tile is remaining, whatever market price he had set for that tile, he would have to buy that tile essentially for the set market price. So this is 2 he had put. So this tile will go to him by paying the 2 coins. Then he is going to choose from my tiles that now I know what tile he's going to have. So what tile does he want to buy from me? Same thing he will be applying. Maybe he thinks that this one is really good and he does want to pay 3 coins for this. So he will be paying 3 coins back to the bank, of course, and this tile goes to him. I cannot object to this. And the 3 coins that I have will go back to my pocket. So this I will retain, and this tile I will have to buy for my 1 coin that I had set up as a market value. So this goes to the market and now this tile remains with me. So essentially I'm left with 2 tiles. And now I can place my tiles, and so every player will be left with these 2 tiles or 1 tile if he didn't decide to buy any tile from other player. But he has to pick up any tile that's remaining on his side. He has to buy that for the set market value. Now I will be placing these tiles according to the rules, simple geographical rules. Water must touch water, grass must touch grass, mountain must touch mountain. The only rule is roads don't have to connect. In Carcassonne, you used to connect roads as well, but here connecting roads is not essential. So roads can lead up to dead ends as well. Now, what I am thinking is that if I connect this, what he didn't see is if I connect like this, it's going to give me 2 advantages. I completed a mountain range. I can rotate these tiles any way I want. I have completed a mountain range, plus I have connected one of the trading routes back to my castle, so it's going to generate me income each round as well. So it opens more possibility for me to bid more and more or set higher market values for tiles that I don't want anyone else to pick up. Then I have a water tile, and maybe I'm thinking to connect it here. I have a water body here, but what this tile is telling me, it's going to give me 1 point for each 2 set of boats that I have. And I do have a mission to have more and more boats. Plus I have already a boat in a connected water body here. So this is going to generate me more victory points. So some victory point conditions are not just on these scoring tiles, but are given on directly on that tile as well. Similarly, the other player will be doing the same thing. He will be trying to complete whatever he can. And look, in this way, they have completed 2 mountain ranges on their side. Now, once the tile placement action has been done, the last action for any round is the scoring phase. Now we will check each other's scores. So the first scoring was only going to be for any mountain range of any size. I have 1 mountain range, I will get 2 points. The other player, this one required boats, 2 boats to be there. I have right now only 1 boat, so I don't get any additional scoring. Then here, he completed 2 mountain ranges, so he is going to get 4 score. And that's how the round works. The next round is going to work and we will continue. And this time, now the scoring will be, this round marker will go next, and this board is going to tell you that what you are going to count next. There is also a runaway mechanism in this game. So as you further go the rounds, the player who is on the back side is going to get more coins based on the number of spaces he's left behind from the runaway leader. So that adds a little bit mechanism in the game to actually allow the player who is being left behind to earn more gold, to bid for better tiles and try to catch up as well. So there are a lot of mechanisms that enhance this from a simple Carcassonne game. This bidding mechanism is one of my favorite mechanisms, or I split you choose mechanism. It's not really bidding, it's kind of a setting your marketplace value. And I love that auction mechanism in any game, which I first experienced in this game. Will be always so anxious. Ooh, these two tiles are really good, but I don't want him to take it. I'm going to cancel this tile, but that also cancels my option on what I want to bid on. What price should I set for this tile? Is one going to be, is two going to be, is 10 going to be enough? So that just makes it a very lovely thing that you won't find in Carcassonne. Carcassonne is very pleasant, very soothing, and if you want a little bit more thinkiness, a little bit more anxiousness in your games, which is going to give it a little bit more flavor, then Isle of Skye is going to prove a very lovely game. Hopefully you have seen enough of the game mechanisms here. In the end, you will be left with a lovely city for you to look forward to. The only caveat I have in this game is the type of artwork. It's more old Euro game type artwork, which I'm not a fan of. Even Carcassonne's old versions artwork is, in my opinion, better than this artwork. But that's a personal choice because I never liked this kind of Euro artwork anyway. But if you that doesn't bother you, then it is of course a better game than Carcassonne. Well, depends on what kind of mood you're in. But overall, I do think this game is going to be a fascinating game if you like tile playing games. Hopefully, this was a useful review for you. And as always, happy gaming!